Hi all, welcome to another video tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to create bins in a Python Pandas data frame. So let's first understand what binning is. Binning is also known as discretization or bucketing, and it is a data pre-processing stage in data analysis. It is basically creating or dividing continuous variables into your set into smaller intervals or bins, and it helps us better understanding the data and grouping of the data in a data frame. Okay, so let's get started with the code. First, we need to import all the libraries. So we need pandas and numpy basically. So import pandas as pb, import numpy as np. Okay, let me run this first. Okay, we have imported the required libraries. Let's load our data frame with the data. We are going to use a data set which is from Play Store, and it has data for all the applications that were installed onto some systems and their ratings and their categories. So we are going to use that data. Let's create a data frame. df is equal to et.read csv. Okay, and we have a file path. Let's include header. Okay, let's print out the heads. Let's print out first 10 rows of the data frame. Okay, so you can see we have all the information available here. We have the app name, the category, rating, reviews, size, installs, and all these data. We are not going to dig deeper into this data. We just require app, category, and ratings. Okay, so let's try to describe or check information on the system of this data frame. So df.info. This will help us understand how many null values are there. So non-null count. So total there are 10,841 rows, out of which you can see ratings. There are some null values into the ratings. So let's create a sub data frame df bin that we are going to use going further into our video. df bin is equal to df, and we are going to use only 3 columns basically here: app, category, and rating. Okay, let's print the heads. Sorry, we have print dot head. So we have created subdata. Okay, let's check information on this, and we should be having the same null values here also. Okay, you can see 10,841 rows in total, and we have a few null values into ratings. So let's drop the null values. Okay, so we are going to load it into the same data frame. df underscore pinned drop na. Okay, we are simply dropping out the rows. Let's print the info again. Sorry, df print info. Okay, now you can see we have a total count of rows 9,367, which means that we have dropped all the null value rows which contained null ratings. Okay, let's create a bin and the labels. Okay, so bin name, these will be the labels. I'm going to create a list. As we all know that we get rating of 1 to 5, so we are going to create 5 bins of 5 buckets here. So first let's call it very bad, bad, average, good, and awesome. So these are the 4 categories which I have used to create bins. So we will have these 5 type of ratings of 5 bins available. Okay, bins is equal to, now we are going to create bins, and we are going to use line space, np line space, numpy line space for it, line space, and a starting value. So the syntax here is we need to give a start value, we need to give an end value, and we need to specify how many bins do we want, and the number of bins that we want to give here is going to be one greater than the number of buckets we want to create. So let's give the start value as 0, end value will be 5, and the number of bins we need to create is 5, so we will give a number of 6 here. Okay, so this is how we create bins. Uploading the data frame, let's try and run this. Df bin is equal to, df bin column, we are going to create a new column into it. Bin rating is equal to pd.cut method, we are going to use cut df bin, and we are going to specify the column on which we are creating the bin. So we are using ratings column for creating the bin, and then the bins that we have created, bins is equal to bins, we have named the variable similarly. Labels will be bin name. Okay, so we have created a list for that, and we are going to include the lowest value. Include lowest is equal to 2. Okay, let's try to run this. Okay, so this has run successfully. Let's try and print out the head of this data frame now. Okay, so you can see we have added a new column, bin rating, and you can see the ratings have been assigned their labels here. So 4.1 awesome, because greater than 4 would be coming up into the highest category. 3.9, it's in good. Okay, let's try and print out more columns for better visualization. Okay, so you can see awesome, good, awesome, good. Okay, so initially we have only these values. Let's try and group this data also. Okay, how many do we have? Let's call it as group is equal to dot group by, and we are simply going to give us ratings. And we are going to use the count only. Let me print out this data frame. So you can see we have created groups, and we have got the numbers, how many of applications fall into each category. So very bad 16, bad 52, average 302, good 2196, and awesome we have 6800. Okay, so we have grouped our data into bin data. So that's all for binning. I hope you guys find it useful. Thank you for watching.